for that introduction. My name is Rahab Munene. Sorry, yes. My name is Rahab Munene, and I am a student at the University of Nairobi. I have been a member of New Life since 2018, and I've known about New Life since I was a baby because my mom joined New Life when I was just at the age of 3 years old. And it's because of her I got an opportunity to get exposed to this amazing company. One thing I can assure you is the topic I'll be talking to you about will consist of health. And that is one of the main things New Life has offered us in our family. We have good health. We have an income that is flowing in. And apart from that, personal development is there. And for me, I say health has been the greatest achievement I have gained from New Life, because I joined New Life when I was, let me just share the screen before we continue. Sorry. Give me a minute. Yes. Sorry. Okay. So yes, let me share the screen. Yes. Okay. So for me, I joined New Life when I was a little bit big. I had just come out of high school. And because I was in high school, I had a very bad eating diet. And nilitoka nikiwa a little bit overweight. I wasn't obese. I wasn't where I wanted to be. I was overweight. So I didn't know how to lose weight the right way. I came in with a lot of self-esteem issues, and I remember because of that, I started starving myself. I went into a period of starvation mode, and it became so bad that I hadn't joined New Life yet. I was just at home at that period. So the moment I started attending meetings for New Life at the office, it's when they started saying about how to eat a healthy diet and how it's not a matter of portion completely. It's a matter of what you eat and the lifestyle you live. It's what builds and shapes your body. And so that is what I'll be talking about. And I love this topic because for me, fitness and weight management is a big thing for me. My mother knows I work out from the house. Sometimes I go into intermittent fasting because I'm very eager and serious to look good. For me, it's a big deal for me. Feeling healthy, looking good. You know, when you're a little bit heavy, sometimes you can feel you can't even run in peace. And I love hiking. I'm a hiker. I organize trips. So for me, if I'm just at the perfect size, at the perfect weight, at the perfect energy I have, I can be able to hike 17 kilometers in a day. I can do 20 kilometers in a day, and it's really exciting. So that is what I'll be talking to you about, fitness and weight management. And I don't know how many young people we have here, because before I start, one thing I know is when I look at the participants that are here, majority of you are 30 years and above. Well, for me as a young person, we're on Instagram a lot. And we know that nowadays, being fit has been a craze that is going all over the world. Many young people are now joining the gym. Many young people are trying to live a healthy diet because it's what is in. It's now the thing that's becoming famous. But I want to say that fitness and weight management has always been a big topic since days in the past. Earlier on in the 1900s, not so many people were big because we all know that sugar and junk food just became a recent thing that people could afford since after the Second World War. When you look at the white people, when you look at your old books, only the rich white people were fat. The poor white people were skinny, and most Black people, you know, we didn't have that kind of money. So most Black people were skinny. We were at the right fitness. After World War II, Sugar became a crazy thing. Everybody could now afford sugar. And actually things changed now. Since the early 2000s, things have changed. It has become now the rich can now afford to eat and live a healthy lifestyle, while the poor can only afford to buy the cheap foods, and the cheap foods are not healthy. They are very refined, a lot of pesticides. It has a lot of GMO, so many things that are not good for our body. And that is why it's making now anybody at this point can be fat. A rich person can be fat, a poor person can be fat. And you even realize when you go to Kibera, most of the people some people can only afford to eat ugali and nyama. And I know you're thinking, ugali and nyama. There are a lot of butchery shops in Kibera, way more than in Jamhuri. Like I live in Jamhuri. Kibera is just next to us. When we go to Kibera, you're always going to find a butcher shop. When you walk another 100 meters, there's another butcher shop. Another 100 meters, there's another butcher shop. What I'm trying to tell you is nowadays, poor people are not eating a healthy diet. It's actually now becoming the rich people. Middle class are not eating a healthy diet. And we need to be educated about what is healthy, what is being fit, what is weight management. So when you talk about this topic, what is fitness? That's the first question, right? Many people say, I want to be fit. Some people say, I want to lose weight. When we talk about fitness, it's actually having optimal performance, endurance, and strength. It is having optimal performance, endurance, and strength, and also being able to manage diseases in your body. It also, you're not fatigued and you have stress reduced. You're also living an active life. That is what fitness is. Basically, it means ukiamka leo asubuhi, unaweza enda job, unaweza rudi, na bado unaweza enda jog ama uende gym. You're active, you have the performance, you're performing at a high level, you have endurance to go throughout the entire day, and you also are able to fight diseases. Like we're in a very cold season right now, so many people are going to get colds. Remember, COVID is still there. There are people who are going to get COVID. So being fit is having a body that is strong enough to fight that. And when you look at how do you achieve that? How do I get to the point where I say I'm physically fit and I'm actually where I'm supposed to be? How do you get that? You need to have proper nutrition, one. You need to have moderate and vigorous physical exercise and sufficient rest and a recovery plan. Remember, rest and recovery are two different things, and we're going to get to that as we continue. What is weight management? I'll be honest with you. When you look at majority of the Kenyans, most of us the younger people are actually wako sawa, but when we get older, it's harder to lose weight. And it's easier to gain weight. It's harder to lose weight, but it's easier to gain weight. And the older majority of them are actually overweight. Our parents, I'm saying our parents because my mom is on that age. So most of us are actually overweight. We are not where we are supposed to be. And we need to manage the weight so that you don't get to a point where you can't go up the stairs without breathing too hard. Diseases are affecting you. These things like obesity, heart disease, all these things we'll get to see. And we need to learn how to manage. So what is weight management? This is adapting a long-term lifestyle that can maintain a healthy body weight. Remember, it's not a short-term lifestyle. It's something you're doing every single day. These are actions and activities that you implement in your life to maintain a healthy body and weight. And remember, it is all dependent on your age. It's all dependent on your gender. And it's also all dependent on your height. Remember, the older people, gaining weight is so easy. Losing weight is harder. The younger people, they're constantly active. The kids are running up and down. They have all the energy. Women tend to put on more weight than men. Shorter people also tend to put on weight more than the people who are taller. So we need to look at those things. Where are you? What is your age? Now I'm asking you, what is your age? What's your gender? How tall are you? You need to know where your height is so that we can now look at how we're going to manage this weight together in this program. It's an interactive session. Not everybody will be talking, but I do encourage people to use the chats. Please put in any comment you have. We'll have a couple of questions, just a few questions here and there as we continue. And I want to see where your thoughts are or what your opinions are on this. So why fitness and weight management? You need to know that fitness and weight management helps fight chronic diseases. When you look at a study that was done by the World Health Organization, they said by 2030, remember, is just in 7 years, there will be an increase of chronic diseases it will increase to 70%. Yani, majority of the people who will be living in the world right now, 70% of them will have chronic diseases. And another 56% of them will also, the deaths, 70% of the deaths will be due to chronic diseases, and 56% of the people living in the world will have these chronic diseases. And they say the majority of the number will increase greatly in the African and Eastern Mediterranean regions. Nanyukweli, if you look at the people around you, majority of the people you know have either died because of a heart disease, a heart attack, a stroke. There are people who've died because of cancer. We all know someone who's had cancer in their life. We all know people who have asthma. We all know people who have chronic lung disease issues, bronchitis. Children nowadays are being born with such issues, stroke. We all know such people. Alzheimer's. How many people are getting old and forgetting? And I know people think Alzheimer's is just a small thing, but you need to understand there are people who get Alzheimer's at the age of 60. At the age of 60, you're too young to get Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's can be so bad, it can lead to you getting other issues. And we all know Alzheimer's ni kusahau kabisa. Unasahau kabisa vitu, unasahau kujipanguza, unasahau even to go to the toilet. Yani your body even forgets how to hold the bladder. You're just peeing yourself. So I need you to understand that these things are happening out there. Diabetes. How many people do we know that have diabetes? We already have a diabetes run going on in Kenya every year. So how many people do you think who participate have diabetes? A lot of people have diabetes. Another thing is kidney disease. How many people do you know who go for I don't remember the name, where you cleanse your blood? And you know the cleansing happens because of the kidney. How many people do we know that? If you go to Kenyatta Hospital, so many people are going through that process. So many people need to donate blood. You're always urged, donate blood, because people need the blood there in the hospital. So you need to understand that if you're not at a fitness and weight, if you're not at the right weight, you're prone to getting all these diseases. Any of these diseases, 1, 2, we don't know. And you can die because of such diseases. So what do we need to do? 1, we need to know what body fat is. When you look at body fat, how many people know what body fat, how many types of body fat we have? We have 2. We have non-fat mass, which is the healthy kind of mass which you need in your body. And this kind of fat is found in your bones, it's found in your liver, it's found in your kidneys, intestines, and muscles. We need this kind of fat in our body, and we get it from eating the healthy foods that have natural fats and oils in them. Another one you have is stored fat. The one majority of us have stored fat. We have stored this under our skin. It is directly under our skin. And I want you to look at this place specifically. I've written, this is how your body fat should be. You need to know where you are at. You see, at the age of 20 to 39, women should have a body fat mass of 21 to 32%. Men should have 8% to 19%. You realize for the men, it's way less than the women because men have more muscle than women. Women have more fat than men. So a man should not be having too much fat in their system. Same goes with the women, 21% to 32%, men is 8% to 19%. For people who are 40 to 59, your body mass should be, as a woman, 23 to 33%. The older you get, the more fat you accumulate in your body. It's okay. It's okay, it's healthy. Remember, your body needs this to act as a cushion to protect you from other things. And for men, it's 11% to 21%. Now, for people who are 60 to 79, they need a body fat, women, 24% to 35%. And for men, it's 13% to 24%. I know you're sitting there and you're asking me, okay, you've told us the percentage, but how do I calculate my body fat? Well, you can go to hospital and get that. They actually have a machine where they get in your body tissues, they put it in a chemical and they study it. And it's a very quick process. There's no machine specifically for calculating it. It's more of a scientific way for calculating it. But you don't need to look at the percentage to know where you are at. I want you to look at these photos. Where are you? Is your fat accumulating mostly at the upper body? Is your fat accumulating mostly kwa tumbos? You know, some of us have fat at the stomach. It's people say if you have a big tummy, it shows you're rich. I don't know about that. And you know, there's the fat for lower stomach, na ile ya upper stomach, yote, full round. There are people who have the large stomach, yani the full round fat accumulation. There are also people who have fat accumulating on the lower body. There are people who have swollen stomachs. They look like they're pregnant. And I know it sounds wrong when I say that, but it's actually what it looks like. So I'm trying to find a very nice way of explaining to you how the body fat types look in your body. And there are people who have, like we said, lower legs. We're talking about people even maskwembes in a stunya, and other people accumulating on their underarms. So where are you? Listen, it's an interactive thing. Look at yourself right now. Sorore, you know yourself. Where is your body fat accumulating? Is it when you get fat, does it go majority? If it's the upper body, remember you're overeating and you're consuming a lot of sugary foods. That is the reason. And other people, if it's the lower abdomen fat, you have stress. You have stress, you have depression, and you have anxiety. So I need you to process where you are. Sometimes we all, even though you're not big, sometimes unajipatanga you fall into this category. At some point in our lives, everybody, or some of us, not everybody, there are people who are small all their lives, but some of us fall into these categories once in a while. And I need you to understand that these things we can avoid. And other people have really big stomachs, you know, or upper back fat. There's so much fat at the upper back and the underarms. The arms are fat. It's because they are inactive. You're not moving. You're either moving from the house, you go to the car, from the car, you go to your office, from the office, back to the car, back to the house, back to the seat. You're not active. Another one is the lower body fat. Yani, it's there too. You all know the lower body fat. These people have a lot of gluten. Do you know where you get gluten from? Mkate, white rice, chapati, mandazi. People who love eating this kind of things, zimeja, you find yourself getting a lot of lower body fat. Swollen stomach, you know, the big one, inaitwanga the alcohol and beer stomach. These are people who are taking a lot of alcohol and beer. And I'm sorry for saying just men, also women fall into this category. We have women and men who are doing a lot of excessive alcohol consumption and they're eating a lot of meats. The whole combination will give you a swollen stomach. And another now is the lower body fat. And these are people who they've been born with it. Some of them have, you know, there are people who are naturally hereditary. For them, it's genetics, but it occurs during pregnancy. I want you to understand. I'll tell you this, women, you might be small right now, you haven't given birth. But one thing you know is you've seen your mother's pictures. I like to look at pictures of my aunties and my mother, and I realized when they were young, they looked so good. But after pregnancy, in your family will affect you. Some of us accumulate fat all over after pregnancy, and we find tunakuwa na shida kuilose. So that's why I want to capture you all. Remember, we can all be victims. It doesn't matter if you're skinny, it doesn't matter if you're fat, we can all be victims. And how do we avoid this? You need to understand. This is how the body composition in your body should be. You need to have muscle. The majority of it is muscle. Remember, not fat. The muscle in your body should be more than the fat in your body. For the men, it's 45%. For the women, it's 35%. Essential fats. Remember, we talked about these kind of fats that are in the kidney, in the livers, in the bones. These are kind of the fats that you need in your body, and it has to be 8% or 5%. And then we have the storage fat. We need the storage fat. It acts as a cushion, the one that is under the skin. Remember, I'm not saying you be skinny. You can't be being skinny is too bad. You still need to have the storage fat in your system. You can't help it. You're a human being. But remember, it should not be more than the muscle in your system. So the storage fat for women is 20%, for men it's 10%. Bone density, we know about that, and others. We are talking about other combinations in our body. So this is how the body composition should be. Let's look at facts, false and facts things. And here is where I was saying I want us to be interactive. So I want you to think when I ask this question. Fat can convert to muscle and vice versa. You've already seen that one. False. Fat cannot convert to muscle, and muscle cannot convert to fat. For you to get muscle, you need to burn the fat, then work out and do everything so that the muscle can build in your body. Remember, muscle is a tissue. It has to tear and repair so that it can become bigger. And fat has to be lost so that you can create more space for muscle. Fat takes up to 15% more space than muscle. True or false? Maybe that I can ask. Is it a fact or a false thing? Well, it's a fact. Fat takes more space than muscle. You'll realize, and we'll see this. You can find someone is 65 kgs and another one is 65 kgs, but one of them is fatter than the other one. So remember, fat takes up more space than muscle. Another one we have is avoiding foods with fats can help in fat loss. We've talked about this. No, it cannot. We need natural fats and oils in our system because we need them in our body parts, we need them in our organs so that it can function well. Let's look at that second part where we talked about. When you look at this body, these are two people the same weight. 105 kgs or 285 pounds. They are the same weight, same height, same BMI. But one has more fats and less muscle. The other one has less fat and more muscle. So you need to understand, when I was talking about fat taking up more space than muscle, you can have 5 kgs. I want you to see this picture. It's actually here. This fat, specifically, the one is yellow, is 5 kilograms. And the red one is lean muscle, is also 5 kilograms. Do you understand the difference? This is where you find people are the same weight. One is bigger, the other one is smaller. It's because of having too much fat in your system. And this is what we want to get rid of. This is what we want to store and eliminate and put it into, replace it into muscle. So that now we can be fit and on our normal weight. So how to be fit? Simple. Good nutrition. Mental well-being. Remember, if you're having stress, if you're having depression, if you're having anxiety, your body does not digest food well. The nutrients don't travel all over to your body well. Remember, as a blood circulation kwa akili ina reduce. Emotional control. When I talk about emotional control, is sometimes we let our feelings get the better part of us. And we wake up and say, for some women, say, I feel like eating ice cream. You go and have an ice cream. Emotional control, when you're having anger issues, when sometimes you're angry, sometimes you're happy, this can be caused by eating sugary stuff, where your emotions are just up and down, up and down. You need to, because when you're having bad emotional control, it will lead to stress, not good mental well-being. Another one is exercise and active lifestyle. I've talked about this. And I realize nowadays the phones we buy, most of them have steps. They can count your steps, how many steps you do in a day. So we are trying to get people to be active. So you need to exercise and have an active life. And finally, rest and recovery. You need to rest. You cannot run away from that. People who don't like sleeping and they sleep 4 hours a day, it will affect your system one way or another. You realize people who don't sleep enough end up becoming bigger than people who sleep enough. If you sleep 6 to 8 hours, the body burns fat, the body repairs, the body builds muscle. But if you're not sleeping well, you're not giving the body time to recover. Remember, when you're sleeping, you're in your recovery mode also. So let's talk about this, exercise and active lifestyle. What is your BMI? That's the number one question. Where do you fall in? We've already looked at body fat, and now we're looking at body mass index. I want you to combine them both. When you look at yourself, are you overweight? Are you obese? Are you on the normal weight you're supposed to be? Or are you underweight? You need to calculate your BMI. It's very simple. All you need to do is do your weight in kilograms over height meters squared. Height in meters, then square it, and then you get the calculation. You can actually do it right now if you know your weight and if you know your height, and just ask yourself, where do you fall into? And if you're overweight and you have more body fat, you need to work on it. We need now to focus on what to do. And these are the things we were talking about. Living a healthy, living an active lifestyle. When we talk about elements of fitness, I want you to understand is when you're fit, these are the advantages in your body. You can be fit in different ways. You can have cardiovascular endurance, you can have muscular strength, you can have muscular endurance, and you can have flexibility. And you can combine all of them at once. Trust me, you can have all of them at once. It's nothing hard, it's attainable, because all you have to do is probably engage in a couple of exercises and stretches. When you talk of cardiovascular endurance, we're talking about strong heart. We know is kama unaweza kimbia kama kina Kipchoge. Kipchoge has cardiovascular endurance and muscular endurance and flexibility. You see? So it's possible for you to combine all these things. All these things will promote brain growth, good breathing, your heart will be healthier, the bone density increases, it reduces extra fat, it builds stamina and strength, improves your physique, you're looking good out there when people look at you, it reduces aging. Remember, all these things affect your inner body inside. So it will reduce aging, even your skin will be glowing, your hair grows. Trust me, all this makes your hair also grow. It increases lean body mass. You know, it uses calories within a short period of time. It improves mood. You sleep better. There's nothing like exercising, then you're sleeping. Trust me, people who exercise after 5 know. After a workout and eating, the moment you sleep vizuri. If you're having issues with sleeping, include exercising and fitness in your program. It reduces fatigue because now you build endurance. You have the strength to go on through the day without feeling tired. When you have flexibility, you know, it corrects muscular imbalance. We all know there are people who slouch. They like to sit like this. So it corrects that posture. It corrects the imbalance in there are people who, when they become fat, the leg inaingia ndani. We all know that. So it's trying to balance your body. It will relieve muscle soreness. It will improve body posture and motion. So there are so many advantages here. When you look at all this, and I urge people, you need to engage in this. You need to engage in fitness. And I tried to put a video. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's see. Let's finish this, then I think that's the next slide. So how to start a fitness journey? Simple, guys. Why do you want to start a fitness journey? We've talked about it, to be healthy, right? Some of us want to look good. Some of us want to feel confident. You know, when you're looking good and you're feeling confident, it boosts your self-esteem when you walk out there. So find your reason. Maybe you're having issues. Maybe you have had health issues, hypertension, diabetes. I don't know what you're going through, but you need to find out your why. Write it down. Set your goal. What is your goal? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to get more muscle? Do you want to be strong? There are people who say me, I want strong, I want muscles, I want to be strong. I don't know what you want to attain. We've looked at it. You can have the muscular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility. Do you want to be flexible? Set your goal. Then find a routine. When I talk about finding a routine, I mean, whatever your goal is, you need to find a routine that suits it. If you want to be flexible, you can do yoga. Yoga helps in stretching. If you want to be muscular, you can go to the gym and lift weights. If you want to have cardiovascular and strength, you can jog, you can run, you can walk. You can swim. Swimming is actually harder than jogging for people who don't know. Actually, when you swim, you lose more weight than when you're jogging. So it doesn't matter what you want to do. You can attain it. If you want muscular endurance, you can do HIIT workouts. Muscular strength, you can also do weights. Whatever it is, find a routine and then schedule. Do not fail to schedule this. And I urge people, all you need is 3 to 4 times a week. Just 3 to 4 times in a day, a week. Sorry, not in a day. 3 to 4 days in a week. That's the right word to put. 3 to 4 times a week. You don't need a lot of time. So how do I lose? If you're starting into that journey and you're feeling you're a little bit big and you want to lose weight fast, you can do this. It doesn't matter where you are at your fitness goal, but these are the things I urge people. Make sure you're drinking 2 to 3 liters of water. Some of us don't drink water. The only water we drink is in tea and juice. That's the only type of water we are drinking. You need to take 2 to 3 liters of water religiously. And a trick I used to do, this is for people who want to lose weight. I really had overeating issues. For me, overeating was a big thing. I would overeat like crazy. So when I used to overeat, I'll take a glass of water immediately before I eat food, because it makes me feel nimeshiba. So the moment I start eating food, napata hata sijamaliza my plate of food. And that is how I started reducing my portions. So drink water, sleep 6 to 8 hours daily, guys. You need to sleep. Eat smaller portions, like I've said. Balanced diet, we'll get into that. And finally, exercise and be active. Have fun with life, reduce stress. Don't all work without play makes Jack a dull boy. Come on, don't make money and you're not enjoying your money. What is it for? You want your kids to eat all the money you're making. And why are you not enjoying your own money? Be happy. Make the money and go have fun. Do things you like. Go bowling, travel the world. Enjoy your money. Your kids can make their own money. I'm just saying that. I'm a child. I know it's very wrong for kids to expect so much of their parents. So also have money. It is okay to have a plan for your children, but have fun with your own money. Don't usijikazie life. Life is too short. You only get one life, one chance at living. Once you're dead, that's it. It's all gone. You won't enjoy it. So have fun with life. So there was this, yes, this is the video. I'll do it in 30 seconds, but I want to show you that you can go to YouTube. I do not know. I don't think you'll be able to hear the voice either. Okay, I don't know if it will play. Yes. So I want to show people, you can work out from the house. You don't need to go to the gym. If you can't afford the gym, it's fine. All you need to do is go to YouTube, get a routine. So many people right now are making so many YouTube channels all over the world. Many people are making YouTube channels, many videos, it's 10 minutes, it's 4 minutes, it's 5 minutes. This is a 4-minute workout video, actually. I do not know if you can see. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. So you can just go to YouTube, Google, this is a Tabata workout. I like Tabata because what happens in Tabata is you do 20 seconds of workouts, 20-second rest, 20-second workout, 20-second rest. So you're alternating it throughout your entire workout, and we clearly are not going to be able to see the video. So let's just continue. But all you can see is you can go to YouTube, you can Google a workout, and it happens. You just work out from your house. You don't even need to have gym wear. You can do it in your pajamas. It's as comfortable as that. You don't need to make it so difficult.
Welcome to Tabata. Here we go with 5, 4, 3,
so
2,
yes,
1,
I hope you can see. Maybe you can tell me if you're not seeing the screen. But this is what I'm talking about.
We can see it.
Is it visible?
It's visible.
Okay. Perfect. We're not gonna play it. I'm just trying to show you guys it's easy. Go to YouTube, get a video, watch, do it with them. Actually, you're more psyched up when you're working out with other people, even though it's through the screen. So yeah, it's as simple as that. Listen, fitness is what you make it to be. Being fit is what you make it be. So we can finally get into the most important parts, diet and nutrition. Guys, 80% of it is diet, 20% is actually fitness. As much as I've talked about fitness, 20% of it is being fit and being active, exercise and active lifestyle. But 80% of it is diet. And this is where you should be at. Your diet should consist of what the USDA Healthy Daily Food is saying. You need to eat whole grains. We talked about eating unrefined grains. We're talking about whole grains, ukienda supermarket kununua mkate, tafadhali, ushai notice mbona they manufacture white bread more than brown bread? Because one, white bread is cheap to manufacture. Second of all, the whole brown bread is very hard to manufacture because it has all the nutrients ya mahindi mzima. So that is why you find kwa supermarket, even the bread you want, maybe it is whole bread, you won't find it. And trust me, guys, the world is not here to help you. I'll be honest with you. Manufacturers want to make money. They don't care about your health. So they're going to give you what you want and what you think you want. What do you think you want? You want white bread. What do you think you want? You want white ugali. You want white rice. All these things are so much in the shelf. But when you go and actually try to buy like brown unga for chapati, how many do you find? A very, very small section. What I'm trying to tell you is that the world is trying to condition your mind to think that this is what you should be eating. No, this is what you should be eating. Whole grain food. Kama mnakula mchele, tafadhali nunua mchele ya brown. Kama mnakula mkate, it can be a little bit expensive, but it's healthier. What is the price of your health? What is the price of your kidney? If your kidney fails, how many people out here will give you a kidney? Only your family, let's be honest, only them, because they don't want you to die. The same company that is manufacturing all these things for you won't give you a kidney. And even if you sue, they'll ask you, why did you purchase it? So you had options of passing it and purchasing other healthy things. So my point here is, it can be expensive to eat a healthy lifestyle and healthy diet, but it will be the best decision you make in your life till you die. So when we're talking about whole grains, tafadhali, let's go for things that are 100% whole. We already know these things. When you go to a restaurant, stop ordering white chapati, stop eating mandazi, start doing brown chapati. Na sile imemixiwa na white kidogo, 100% brown. We're talking about 100% whole meal. Fruits and vegetables, people don't buy fruits and vegetables. I go to Junction Carrefour. When I'm doing shopping, trust me, this is what I see. People will buy junk food, but you will not see fruits and vegetables. You can buy fruits and vegetables, yes, in the supermarket, but the amount of junk food that is in that trolley, it will cost them 3,000 or 5,000. So you need to buy fruits and vegetables. And why? You need to boost your immunity. You need to have proteins in your body. We're not talking about animal proteins, beef, all these unhealthy things, nyama choma. No, we're talking about having animal proteins in minimal and increasing your plant intake. Fats, oils, and sweets. Please, when we talked about having fats in your body, we know this comes from natural foods. Like an avocado, it has natural oils. So we have foods, we have plants, we have foods out here that have the natural things we need. And this is how we're eating instead. Instead of you eating whole grain food, uneno unakula pasta, uneno unakula white rice, you think, you know, it's because it looks cool. Rich people do that. Well, it's not healthy. We barely eat fruits and vegetables. There are people who eat cabbage once in 2 days. A banana. There are people who wake up, you ask them, did you eat a fruit? Yes, I ate a banana. You need 5 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables daily in your body. So a banana does not fit. Put an apple, put a watermelon, put a pineapple, put a pear, put a mango, 5 fruits, have a carrot, nyanya, kitungu. Those things are in your house, cucumber. It's not expensive. You can actually put it, you don't have to buy all these things that are in the supermarket that we can't afford. Another thing is dairy products. But there are people who give their kids milk every single meal. Breakfast maziwa, lunch maziwa, supper maziwa. You do know dairy products are hard to digest in the stomach. I want you to understand that once you take milk, it takes a while before it's digested because it has to be churned. It's being churned in the stomach into a product that can be easily digested. So it can even take an hour when you have milk in your system. As much as people say it gives you strong bones, it can affect you in your body. So reduce the animal and reduce the dairy products and also avoid the junk food. Please, the things we're feeding ourselves and our kids, they will take us to the grave mapema. They are leading you to an early grave. So I want you to understand. Look at this. This is a grain. There's a whole grain and a refined grain. I want you to keenly look at this. Tafadhali, let's focus here. If you are not focusing on anything else, here you should focus. When you look at this grain, it has a bran, it has an endosperm, and it has a germ. So when you look at the first grain, the one that has the bran, endosperm, and the germ, you'll notice the bran has fiber and vitamin B and minerals. You need this in your system to digest food. You need the fiber. Remember, fiber is what helps you go to the toilet, those you go constipation. But when you look at the endosperm, what does the endosperm have? Glucose, starch, nothing else, just carbohydrates. And some of them have a little bit of proteins and vitamins, kidogo too. Kidogo too. When you look at the germ, it is filled with nutrients. It's such a small piece, but it's filled with so much nutrients. It has vitamin B, it has vitamin E, it has the amino acids, it has fats, healthy fats, phytochemicals. And do you know, people who manufacture white unga, they get rid of the bran and they get rid of the germ and they give you this unrefined one. And this unrefined one is what leads to this unhealthy cell. When you look at your cell, it's made of a cell membrane, it's soft and permeable. So what's supposed to happen? Nutrients gets in easily and waste gets out easily. But when you're eating refined foods that I'm talking about, junk food, refined foods, the cells in the cell membrane becomes so hard, yani even when nutrients try to get in, it bounces out. So you're feeling fatigue, you're not going to the toilet well, you find yourself having issues like headache, your stomach is aching. All this can be caused just because of eating badly that affects your cell. And remember, if waste is not getting out, you'll start having things like cancer in your body. Unaanza kupata, maybe uko na stroke in your system. And cells, a cell is one thing, but you have 71 trillion cells in your body. And you've lived more than 30 years, more than 40 years. If you look at all those years you've lived, have you been feeding your cells well? How do you think your cells look like? Do they look healthy or do they look sick? So this is where I want us to get rid of this. I want us to know, how can we fill this gap? Because we're already in this point where we're buying unhealthy things in our households. We're eating badly. When we go out there, we're eating chips, we're eating soda, we're eating cakes and sweets, pizza. We're not eating well, and we need to be eating well. We need to eat a healthy diet. So how do we get from there? And that is why I told you, Neolife has changed my life. Neolife came in, it's more than 63 years old. It was started in USA, California, and it's in over 50 countries. So the main goal of Neolife was to make the world a healthier and a happier place. And they came up with a scientific advisory board. Like every other board, that comes up with vaccines, they had their own scientists together. They combined one of the best scientists with one vision. And the vision was to come up with products that can reverse lifestyle diseases. I'll repeat that. To come up with solutions that can reverse lifestyle diseases. So they came together, formed a scientific advisory board, and this is the board that formulates and educates us on healthy living lifestyle. They're the ones who provide the supplements, they're the ones who provide the knowledge that we need, and they're the ones who give us the facts that we need out there. And the scientific advisory board was chaired by a guy called Dr. Arthur Fast. He was one of the fathers of chemotherapy. He was a scientist and a researcher on toxicology. And I remember in the 1950s, before he partnered with Neolife, he was on the search of finding ways to reverse cancer, because cancer had just started developing then after World War II. So they needed to find a way to reverse it. And so he partnered with Neolife. They formed a scientific advisory board. And because of that, they came up with an amazing product that actually fill in the entire nutrition. I say the product makes a whole-based nutrition. One of the products they came up with was Trienen. Trienen is such a nice product for the whole grains. Remember the cells? When you take Trienen for 3 years consecutively, it replaces all your cells to looking good and healthy. That's a fact. It was done research on. You can Google. So Trienen is a 3-in-1 product that works on your cell membrane. So you see that cell membrane of yours that is a little bit hard and permeable and hard and rigid right now. Trienen comes in with the oils that come from the bran, comes from the whole wheat we are talking about. Remember, I was insisting on eating whole grains. It's because it oils the cell membrane. So you see, when you're eating whole grains and when you have a product like Munene that is made from 100% whole grains food, it comes and reverses that, and it will improve nutrients utilization by 50%. Because now the nutrients can get in, whatever food you eat, the nutrients get in vizuri and the waste get out. Another product they came up with was the carotenoid. It will boost your immunity by 37% in 20 days. It has 115 kilograms of fruits and vegetables in just one bottle of the carotenoid. So it's a very good product. Another thing we have is the Neolife Shake. I'll get deeper into that. But the Neolife Shake is good for balancing your body mass. It's also good for reducing body fat, balancing your BMI, and also your sugar levels. We talked about glucose and sugar. And finally, we have omega-3. Omega-3 falls into the category of the fats and sugars. Omega-3 comes and reduces the inflammation in your body, and it gives the oil where it's needed. I'll tell you this, I didn't know. I broke my arm last year in April, and I remember ever since I hurt my arm, I didn't know that there's usually an oil that is there at the joint. You see every joint of your bone, you have joint areas. This is a joint, this is a joint. Anywhere that your hand can twist and move around, that's a joint. And in every joint area, there's oil that is there. You see, the oil helps the bone to move without friction. And that is where omega-3 comes in handy. And when I'm insisting on eating healthy fats and oils, it's because of that. If you do not have enough oils, the older you get, the more you start finding out unaanza kupata vitu kama arthritis, osteoporosis in your system. So when you look at all those products I've talked about, apart from the Neolife Shake, they all fall into one category, Provitality. So Provitality is an amazing pack that has Munene, it has carotenoid, it has omega-3 salmon, and it has a multivitamin that has all the vitamins and minerals that you need in your system. And this is an entire positive pack, and I advocate for people buying Provitality. If you're starting your fitness journey, if you have any issues with your health, the number one product you need to get for yourself is Provitality. It works on reversing the damage that has been done on your cells. And now another product I was going to talk about was the Neolife Shake. I know that people here who are like, okay, I'm interested in the protein shake, man. Listen, guys, I've done research on protein shake, and most of the protein shakes that are out there have a steroid, a kind of steroid that is not good for your body. This kind of protein shakes can either do something like reducing your libido or affecting your muscular physique, you know what I'm talking about down there, or even women. It can reduce your regular menstruations. So our protein shake is 100% organic, does not have all those artificials that are there. No artificials, no sweeteners, no preservatives. It's 100% organic, no GMO products in it. Remember, all the products in your life are made from no GMO. And one thing I love about Your Life is because it has the 22 amino acids that you need in your body. And I want you to know, you cannot manufacture amino acids in your system. You need to take it in. And it's important and essential for your body to function. So the Neolife Shake has the 22 amino acids that are essential in your body. It has leucine. Leucine is very good for lean muscle retention. It promotes your muscles to retain. It also has fiber, 5 grams per serving, and it also has the protein in it. We see it has soya, it has milk, it has caseinates, and it has whey. We all know whey is good for building muscle and giving you strength during a workout. It comes in 3 flavors. It has vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. And another thing I need to tell you guys, your kids can take this. Children can take this. One thing I like about our protein shake is it's organic, meaning a child can take this. So I am very done with this presentation. Maybe if you have questions, you can put it into the chat. But before we do anything else, I'd like to invite a speaker, a great speaker. Her name is Pearose. She's like a mother to me. And Pearose has been in the business for quite a while. And I also know Pearose has lost weight, which is a good thing. So she'll be the one to give us a testimony today. So Karibu Pearose.
Wow, great. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much Rahab. That was such a great presentation tonight. It is so exciting. Coming from you, that is so intelligent. I'm proud of you. So it's exciting to speak to all of you tonight. And if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Pearose Cherotich. Pearose Cherotich, I am a teacher by profession. I was teaching in high school before this great opportunity of Neolife. I am a teacher of physics and mathematics. So I was employed by the government of Kenya to teach in a school in Nairobi called Githurai Mixed Secondary School. That is where I was teaching. And I'm excited because of this wonderful opportunity that came to me about 13 years ago. And I'm so happy for what Rahab has been able to share with us, because the information she has given us was brought to me some 13 years ago. I am married. I am married to Dr. Josephat Kariuki. You can see there on the slide, that is me and my husband. Now we have been married for 15 years, and I thank God for that. So I'm married, and together we are blessed with 4 young children. They are right there with us. Our firstborn is 14 years old, now in Form 1, and our lastborn is 8 years old, now in grade 3. So my husband was a lecturer in the university at the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. And we were both working, but along the way, I developed a challenge of weight when I got my secondborn. When I got my firstborn, I was okay. When I got my secondborn, I developed a challenge of weight. And as Rahab was sharing with us, imagine I had a BMI of 32. And from what she shared, that is being obese, it's not even overweight. So I thank God because somebody brought the opportunity to my house to be able to share with me the products of this wonderful company of Neolife. And once they told me that these products are natural, they have no side effects, they are going to keep me fit, because at that time, at that very moment, I was weighing a whooping 124 kg. Imagine. I remember the doctor started saying I'm starting to develop pressure issues and things like that. My health was just bad. I looked so bad. In fact, my self-esteem really went down, because when you are overweight or obese, you start doubting yourself. I remember people used to think I am a mother to my husband, and that is not exciting for any lady. But today I really thank God, because I was able to partner with Neolife International to be able to get these powerful products. And in particular, I remember the first thing they were able to share with me was how I was supposed to eat in a healthy manner. Because I remember before I got a job and really got a family, got money, I used to eat healthy. I came from a very humble background. But now when you get money and, you start buying the wrong things, and just to compensate on how you never had that privilege before. So I was eating the wrong way. And so that is how my weight developed, and my hormonal changes also happened that contributed to the same. So today I thank God, because courtesy of the products that she has been able to share with us, I am perfectly in shape. I was able to correct the way I was eating together with my family. I was able to use the products, especially the shake, the Pro Vitality, the Tree, and then, those products that Rahab has been able to share with us. They have been such a wonderful help for me to be able to get back to my weight. So now it is 13 years down the line. You can see there, I was there with when I only had my firstborn. I was looking better. But later I developed issues to do with my health and especially my weight. Actually, as you can see on the screen over there, that is me. And that is me after is 10 years later. Can you see? Can you imagine 10 years before and 10 years later? Somebody was telling me that I need to switch these pictures and say the after should be the before and the before should be the after, because I actually look 10 years younger in the after. And I thank God, because courtesy of the Neolife products, I was able to use and I was able to get back into shape. So that was on the 17th of July 2010 when I got to know about this opportunity. And I've been using the products all along. I've also helped so many other people in my circle and many people that I meet to be able to take advantage of these products, because you realize when you have a lot of weight, carrying a lot of weight, it's also just a threat to your life. So I've been able to enjoy the health. But something else that Rahab did not tell us is that courtesy of using the products, you can also be able to make money. And as I told you, I started as a teacher of high school. I was employed. My husband was employed at the university, but we started doing this business. We started using the products. We started sharing the products with other people. And we started earning bonuses from this wonderful opportunity. And today we thank God, because I was able to retire my job in only 7 months, because I was able to grow my business and I was earning 3 times my net salary, and life became better for us because, you know, money can really change things. I remember when we started the business, we were on loans. We had taken a lot of loans. We were always having issues of money. I could not be able to support my family. But after doing the business for only 7 months, I was able to earn triple my net salary that I was earning at the TSC. And that is when I made a sharp decision to be able to resign. I went to the TSC, I resigned, and I was able to start getting the time freedom. And this time freedom has been able to help me to grow my family, to help to be with my children all the time, never to miss any school activity and do things the way I want. And time freedom is really very, very important. So I was able to build a business. I was able to use the products and show other people also how to use the products, and also bring other people on board to be able to partner with Neolife. And, you know, I grew my business, and within 1 year, 2 months, I had grown to be called a Ruby director. That is a level for the guests that is really good. I was earning over $1,000 every month, courtesy of Neolife International, just by using the products and sharing with my friends. And you know, you do it as fun. And that time I had already lost about 20 kg. Can you imagine losing 20 kilos within 1 year? I was so excited. I was, you know, everybody was asking me, Pearose, what are you using? And I was showing them, and they were also partnering with the company. And I was able to grow. So I remember when I became a Ruby director, that is even when we bought ourselves our first car, courtesy of this business. And today we don't have 1 car, we actually have 3 cars. We were able to buy our first car, we were able to buy our second car, and now we are driving a machine. And I thank God, this is such a wonderful opportunity. And I remember we grew the business together with my husband as partners. We've been able to grow our business. And I remember 2 years and 11 months, that is June 2013, that is when I became a president team member. And it was so exciting for me, earning not less than $5,000 every month. I was so excited. We were able to do so many things. I was able to support my family. I was able to take my children to the best schools, actually international schools. And this is life. Look at that. That is me. And through this business, we were able to, this is our 3rd car. Can you imagine, courtesy of this business, a very good machine. And God has been really faithful. And that is the house that I was born into. This is the house that I was born into. This has been our home for the years that I stayed at home. And after getting a job, I had siblings who are going to school, and I could not be able to really build a decent home for my parents. But courtesy of this wonderful opportunity, I was able to build a very nice home for my parents. You can see the sitting room over there. You know, today my parents are living a very comfortable life, courtesy of me saying yes to this wonderful opportunity. And, you know, through this opportunity, we have also been able to travel the world. And once you become a World team member, Sapphire director, Ruby director, and become a president team member, you start traveling the world. So it's not only about the health. You will also be able to earn money, and you will also be able to travel the world. So courtesy of Neolife, this is, we were together with my husband in Mauritius. And I remember after going to Mauritius, when we came back, my husband was able to resign his job also as a university lecturer. And so we decided to focus fully on this business as well as bring up our children. And today we don't regret anything. We are actually very blessed and excited because we've achieved so many of our wildest dreams. So this is Mauritius, a trip to Mauritius that we had. This is Abu Dhabi. We were staying at the Emirates Palace, which is a 7-star hotel. So exciting, This was in 2018 when the company of Neolife was celebrating 60 years of existence. Can you imagine? Now we are celebrating 65 years. So when we were celebrating 60 years of Neolife, we were invited to Mexico, Los Cabos, together with my husband. Can you imagine? And all these people you can see there are president team members. And it was so exciting. We really enjoyed ourselves. And imagine a place I could never, there are no teachers going to Mexico or even going out of the country to do what? So this opportunity can give you a life that is very exciting. And, I've gone to so many places, and guess what? In the month of May, we are going to Turkey. It is so exciting to be able to travel the world, and not just alone, but together with your spouse. And today I thank God because this powerful opportunity has been able to bring us closer together with my husband. It has been able to give us so much. We work the same dreams, we have the same vision board, we do things together as a family. And so it has been able to tighten our bond. And I'm so excited because of that. And so if you are a guest on this call, or even a distributor, a member of Neolife, I say that success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it. Don't just sit there, work your business. If you are a guest, make a sharp decision and join us. And let me tell you, your life will never be the same again. So I'm excited. I just came to this opportunity just to lose weight, just to use the products. But today, the opportunity has been able to give me much more than what I came for. It has been able to give me the health. Me and my family have been able to help so many other people outside there get good health. It has been able to give me money. Today, I'm able to, pay our bills so comfortably. We don't have any loan. We are earning so much money from this opportunity. And we are using it now as, it's bringing us residual income, And we have also been able to travel the world. Who wouldn't like that? So if you're a guest on this call, kindly make sure you just join us and you're going to be excited. So thank you so much. God bless you and have a fantastic week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pearose. For all the guests, you can talk to the person who invited you. And if you have any inquiries, talk to also the person who invited you. And like Pearose said, you can become part of Neolife. You can get the products at a discount. And also you can do the business and it will give you money. So many people have made it, and Pearose is also a testimony. So thank you all for coming today. Enjoy your evening. Share the recording. We will share it with you. If your friend couldn't make it, make sure to send the recording to them. Have a wonderful evening. And let's meet here again next week on Sunday, the same time, for a different topic.